Hi, this is Clodagh from the Growit Group, and I'm going to go through this presentation of navigating your agency through challenging times. I just delivered this to DSMW yesterday, and I'm re-recording it now. It does come with a checklist, and that is in the notes. If you just head on over, there's a link there, and if you have any questions, you can email me directly. If you're new to the Growit and the content that I create, I'm a business coach. I have a podcast. I've written a book, and I do a bit of lifting. The checklist is all the notes that are here. So I've made a very simple slide that you can sit down and just watch and go through with your own notebook. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and go and get the checklist that's in the notes. So what I'm going to talk about today is there's many of us have been through challenging times in business before, and some of us have been around the block, but I just want to focus on three areas that are going to come up no matter what happens. It doesn't really matter what the external circumstances are. We're going to look at the adjust phase, pivot, and build. So I've summarized all of this, so you, as I said, you don't have to actually take all the notes yourself, but it's important to kind of get some ideas to come out. So we're going to look at what's within your control, prepare and adapt for what if situations, and strengthen your agency for the future. So the first phase is something has happened and you've got to adjust. It's important to create your own timeline. Recording this in April 2020, we currently have a pandemic going on. There's lots of different government advice coming out, and it depends on the country that you're in. So my advice to you is to actually create your own timeline. Employees like to have certainty. So make a decision that you are going to work from home for the next 90 days, for example, and that if things change before then, you'll review them. Or if it gets to that date, then you'll set another timeline. This will help people get settled in quicker and stop them kind of thinking, oh, this is the last week, I've got to do this. It helps them get into a routine. Get people at home and working from home despite what messages are going on in your state or your country or your county. You can learn more about how to make this work from a video, and I've put this in the links about how to create a work from home policy, and that also has its own checklist. So as entrepreneurs, we're comfortable with change, we're comfortable with uncertainty, but employees like to have some certainty. So create your own timeline. Next thing you've got to do is meet with your accountant and go through your cash flow. Have you got enough to keep you going if sales really slow down in your agency for 6 months, maybe even 9 months? Aim for at least a 3 to 6 month buffer. Next, meet with your sales team. This could be meeting with yourself, and go through the forecasting. What is realistic? What are the prospects that are on your books? Who are stable? Who do you think might actually have a problem? Which will actually go ahead? So be realistic with your sales forecasting. Next, have a conversation with your bank about all the cards that you have, the loans, and what payments are due, and see what is available and to negotiate with them. Also talk to your landlord. Are they open to helping you? Are they getting some assistance? So that might be in a position. So have those conversations and have them as quick as possible. Next, all around the world, there's government assistance available to you. What conditions do they have? Will you have a big loan at the end? If you're keeping staff on, make a clear plan with them on what work you expect them to do. This is, I think it's called furlong, where you actually would say, we don't really have a lot of work going on, or there's a limited amount of work, but there will be a job when things pick up, and the government gives you a percentage of their wages. But it is important to let them know that things are going to change. You don't know. So there might be an expectation of there's some client work that you need them to do, but also you want them to train, and also you want them to have a think about what are their future careers. Do they want to go and do some advanced training like HR or AI or data science, and think about the roles that you're going to need in your business in the future, and maybe you can have a conversation with them about that. Next, call all your clients. Speak to all of your clients, not as a marketing agency, as a business owner, as a human. human to human, business owner to business owner. What do they need? What are the challenges in their business? There are things that you have overcome in your agency that you can help them with. And this could be as simple as setting up Slack, setting up Zoom team meetings, working from home policies. Arrange to have a weekly check-in with that business owner to see how they are getting on. And I'll talk more about that later, how you're going to tie that in. Next, review your tech stack. All the software that you use in your agency can build up. Are there any that you can review? Are there any that you can get rid of and cancel? Can you call your software providers and check if they can offer any discounts or assistance? Review all your expenses in your agency as well. It's a really good time to drill into, are there any leaks in the bucket? And also ask all of your staff to participate in the software audit as well. I have a template for this. You can ask me for it, or you can just simply set up a list and share it with the team. People could be using some apps on their phone that perhaps they're paying for privately, or there could be apps that you have on the company credit card that maybe you don't use anymore. So have a good review with the whole company of software and expenses. After you're reviewing your numbers and forecasting, you need to review the people on your team. It's time to make some tough decisions, but not too quickly. Could you think about your team going 4 days a week, 3 days a week for reduced pay? If you were thinking of letting people go, how can you support them in finding different work or income? There are new opportunities hopping up every day. Brainstorm ideas with your leadership team or with the whole team about how are you going to get through this together, and you'll be really surprised at the ideas that are going to come up. Once you've gone through that adjust phase, it's now time to pivot. What new services can you do? Can you do virtual training, virtual workshops? Could you do lunch and learn sessions with your clients? What if they're deciding to bring their marketing in-house? That's okay. Be ready. Don't kick off about it. Don't get confrontational. Be ready. Jot down a 90-day transitional plan, a handover package. Maybe you go from full-time retainer to 75% to 50% to 25%. Phase it out. What you can do is help them bring that marketing in-house if that's what they want to do. But it's not going to be overnight, and they're probably in contract with you, but work together with them. Help them with a marketing team playbook, with recruitment, with creating job descriptions. You can interview people on their internal team. Create a package, just sketch it out, be ready. You could also create a package to help companies to set up working from home, how to do team meetings virtually, how to use Zoom trainings, how to use Slack, so many things that you can do. Along with that, there's going to be many, many salespeople and teams who have not learned how to use tools like Vidyard, tools that you're really comfortable using. You can offer CRM training, sales enablement training, how to use video packages, and get their sales team ready for a new way of selling when the dust settles. You can also create how-to training courses, how to do webinars, how to do Facebook Live events, virtual events. Ask your clients what they need help with. Get your account management team to create these courses, put them in an online training academy, and you can sell consulting services on top of them. Get your account team thinking like business owners, that they own their little pod, and what courses do they think would be beneficial to create for their clients and for future prospects. Get your account management team to do morning check-ins. These could be on Slack, they could be on the phone, they could be Zoom calls, and have a personal conversation. How are they? What happened yesterday? How are they feeling? Is everything okay? Are they okay? Is their family okay? Get that out of the way. Just temperature check what's happening. We can't pretend like we're just working from home. We're not working from home. There's a pandemic and we've been forced to work in a different way. And then you can have a conversation about what's coming up the day ahead. Have things changed? Is something going on at work? Is something personal? And just have those daily check-ins. They might get down to 2 days or once a week again, but really connect and have access. Definitely set them up with a Slack channel so that they can contact you directly. Look into what outsourcing services can help you. Like there's Verbio for content creation, there's Repurpose House for repurposing. Inbound back office have a virtual assistants there and campaign managers. There's also an agency in the UK called Hubdo. Have a good deep look at what outsourcing bridges can you build for the next 90 days, 180 days. Also, if you haven't looked into tools before, definitely start looking at AI tools. How can you make your account management team, your campaigns team more productive, increase their utilization rate? They could be working on more accounts because they've got AI tools that are helping them cut down the report time, manage campaigns easier, paid media campaigns. There's incredible amount of tools. And if you want to start that journey, head on over to the Marketing Institute, marketingaiinstitute.com, to learn more about this. Next, you're going to build or rebuild or restructure, whatever way you want to look at it. First, you're going to make sure the culture. We're already a few weeks into people working from home, and there's a bit of a novelty is kind of wearing off because most people didn't apply for a work from home job. So have a daily check-in with the team every morning. Review the previous day, talk about what's coming up on the first day, ask how everyone's feeling. Get people on your team to buddy up and have a check-in with each other in the afternoon, maybe book a virtual coffee one-on-one to see how people are getting on and talk them through their concerns and maybe ideas that they have, that this is a really good thing to do, connect people together. And tell them that, look, if your one buddy is having a difficult conversation with another buddy, that they are going to flag it and say that this person needs extra help. You as the agency owner should definitely be having a virtual coffee to talk to each person on the team as well and just keep that cycle going. How are they getting on? What's happening with them? Are they okay? Arrange a virtual meetup on a Friday afternoon. Maybe it's drinks or pizza. If there's still deliveries going on in their area, you can email them Uber Eats and they can order pizzas and they can have a few drinks and kick back. Maybe even stop working early on a Friday and just give everyone a break. It can't be business as usual. It has to work differently. People's working from home environment is different in every single situation. Some of them have kids now, some of them are supporting their partners. It's all very different. So maybe just stop work at 2 in the afternoon, send some food or get them to order food and play online games, have a virtual catch up. Now you've rang around and you've spoken to all your clients. Circle back in maybe a week, 2 weeks later and talk to them about creating a weekly mastermind call with owners and CEOs of the companies that you've worked with in the past, even if it's past clients or prospects. You could build a small paid mastermind group and help them guide them through the coming months as business owner to business owner. They could have friends that they could invite into the mastermind group, support them through this difficult time. You have no idea as an agency how agile you are, how open you are to new ideas, how resilient you are to change. And there's a lot of CEOs and business owners who don't have the same mindset, and you can support them and be there for them for a small amount of money and make it worthwhile for them. Internal work. There might be one account manager on your team that has a pause in the client work. This is a perfect time to get them to tidy up your website, review your keywords, the files and the images. Your marketing, you've got to keep present, but what can you post? You've got to think of the messaging. After listening to your clients, you're actually going to know what they are focusing on and what content you can provide to support them. You can get content ideas from those conversations. This too will pass. What will your prospects and clients need after this storm is over? Can you organize webinars to support them and talk about the future? There's a great resource here, and it's in the link as well, which is from Impact, and it's marketing strategy checklist. You could recommend that somebody on your team goes through that. So look at your own website, your own marketing, your own messaging, and then think future. What packages and plans are you going to be offering and services to your clients in the future? Next, it's time to get organized. Review your playbook, your processes and procedures. Tidy up your Dropbox folders and your files on your Google Drive. Review your packages that you offer your clients, and that will you still be offering those in 6 months' time? Is it time to future pace and look out at what would you be offering. It's a great time to get organized in the processes, procedures in the back of your business. Another great tool is great idea is to brainstorm this with your team as well. Training. If you don't have one already, a training competency plan for your team. Where are they now? What are their skill levels? Where do they want to go? What are they going to focus on over the next few weeks, maybe even months? Review everyone's certifications and make a plan to learn together. Again, this could be cutting loose Friday afternoon, maybe starting at 2, doing a training certificate together, and then having some beers, pizzas, obviously at home. Another idea you could do is to create a virtual book club with your team to read and review how the strategies of the book could be implemented in the agency. Maybe one person can choose to present every week, and this is going to hone their presentation skills, their organizational skills. They could organize the book club for you. And just again, another idea of bringing the team together, being kind of useful, but keeping productive and still focusing on the business. Obviously, this is one that's very close to my heart. If you don't have one already, start planning or just get started with a podcast. If you want to learn more about this, you can join our Facebook group, Revcasters, and find out how creating a podcast can generate future business, strengthen your relationships, and connect you with people who are actually really interested in who you are as a person, who you are as an agency. You could interview those mastermind people that you have. Many different angles that you can go on this. But I'm a huge fan of podcasting. I believe in it. I believe in it in the future, and it's a great thing, marketing tool for you to start working on right now. I have to say I'm really proud to be part of the agency community. We are a fantastic, strong, diverse group of people, and we're here to help everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be a part of it. Reach out to the communities. There's a HubSpot partner community, and there's a great Facebook group. There's a women's group. There's the digital marketer community. There's the agency collective. We have our own Growit circle. You can join us there. Please don't do this all on your own. Please talk things through with a mentor, a business coach, the community, your friends. It might be too difficult to talk about it with your family, but that's okay. But please do talk to somebody. And remember to breathe. This too will pass. Please take care of yourself. Your self-care is so important. Spend some time in the morning looking after yourself, maybe going for a walk or doing some exercise, doing some meditation, making yourself strong. Don't watch the news. Keep your phone away from you. Just build yourself up. Have a nourishing breakfast. Have some something, a juice or water. Get yourself rock solid and then take on the world. Like I said, the link for the checklist is there. You can print it off, go through it, send it out to your team, work on it together over the next few weeks and months. And if you have any questions or you want to connect, you can reach out to me here at growitgroup.com, Clodagh at growitgroup.com. I'm here to help you, and I will see you on the other side. Thank you for watching this, and best of luck. Take care, stay safe, and mind yourself.